Worrell leading his team out in their red shirts, white shorts and red socks. First time they've worn that kit competitively. Before kick-off here we are having a minute's applause in honour of the memory of two Forest greats who passed away just recently. Trevor Francis and Chris Bart-Williams are remembered here at the City Ground. Both sets of players stood around their respective halves of the centre circle. Forest to the left, Sheffield United to the right, and everybody in the City Ground on their feet to remember two greats of this football club. Here's Ben Osborne clearing, not very far, nodded back in by McKenna and then headed away from the edge of the Sheffield United penalty area. Danilo gets up, then there's a miss kick and it allows Johnson to get into the penalty area. He's held up, goes backwards now for Aurier to cross. Yes! It's Awoniyi again! Awoniyi scores! Aurier's cross! And Awoniyi rose inside the 6-yard box and headed it in. It's 2-2 at the start of the season, and it's a goal inside the 3rd minute for Forest. Forest 1, Sheffield United 0. Mistake at the back from Max Lowe, a complete miss kick from Lowe enabled Johnson into the penalty area. Johnson pulled it back for Serge Aurier, and Aurier from the right-hand side, the right corner of the penalty area, cross for Awoniyi, in between two central defenders, headed it firmly in. 1-0 Forest.
Absolutely outstanding start from Nottingham Forest.
From the left side, about 15 yards up from the Forest byline. In it goes towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and it's just hanging there for a second. Ahmed Hodzik was the target. No clean contact on it, and Matt Turner able to pounce on it. Towards Johnson, cleared again by Robinson. And they're brought down beautifully by Gibbs-White, who's looking for the return ball from Awoniyi. He is forced a little bit square by it, but he's still got it across the edge of the penalty area, shoots low. Didn't really get much pace on the shot, Gibbs-White. And it's a save for Foderingham, who just sort of falls on the ball down to his right. But it was lovely control in movement again. McKenna finding Gibbs-White in space again. Gibbs-White trots forward towards the, not quite the edge of the penalty area, but about 30 yards out. Lays it off to his right now for Aurier. Aurier with the cross, curling ball back post, and Awoniyi couldn't quite get to it.
What a ball.
Because of the interception from Ahmed Hodzik. 15 gone, 1-0 Forest, corner, Bridgeford end, packed 6-yard box. It's going to be taken from Forest left, right-footed by Gibbs-White. In it goes now towards the near post. It's headed up in the air by Norwood. It's going to headed back in by Worrell, and then a little looping header ends up on the roof of the net by McKenna. Mangala picks up the pieces again and gives it Gibbs-White, who's in space again, surging forward through the United half. Gibbs-White has a little look up, checks inside away from Sousa, gives it now to Johnson, right corner of the box, just inside the penalty area, onto his left foot, shot blocked by Lowe, and away for another Forest corner.
Again, it's the build-up play again. Gibbs-White is picking up all sorts of quality positions and causing Sheffield United all sorts of problems.
To make their moves now as Gibbs-White curls it out with his right foot onto the head of Bolly, edge of the 6-yard box, couldn't keep it down, it's way over. Into Harmer's feet again, little layoff from Harmer to Ahmed Hodzik again, who's well forward and gives it Osborne on the overlapping run. Osborne's low pullback is cleared by Danilo, but only straight to Sousa, who curls one, and Turner dives away to his left and makes a good catch. Two hands behind it. Don't think there was a huge amount of pace on it from Sousa, but Turner making sure, diving away to his left and catching rather than, like you see so often these days from so many goalkeepers, punching. Mangala out to the left-hand side, back on halfway now for Nico Williams, but forward he comes, gives Gibbs-White again, beautifully away from two, and running forward towards the edge of the box, but couldn't keep his shot down. It's over the crossbar. It's wonderful from Morgan Gibbs-White, absolutely brilliant feat to skip away from two players who did not have a clue where he'd gone, but he couldn't keep his shot down at the end of it. And it's over the bar.
A terrific feat, absolutely dancing feet. He just slides past the players like with ease.
Good start to the second half for the away side. Here's Norwood out swinging towards the back post. That's a good header away, but it comes to the edge of the box for Harmer, who curls it in. Harmer scores with a beautiful curler, right-footed, from the left corner of the penalty area and into the top corner. Nothing Turner can do about that. It's a beautiful finish from the big money signing for Sheffield United. He marks his debut with Sheffield United's first Premier League goal, and it's 1-1. Beaten by Aurier in the challenge, but then Danilo loses out in the challenge as well, and Sheffield United come forward again. This is Robinson into the penalty area, driving it across the box and wide.
Well,
go on and win in 90 minutes, and after extra time now there's a mistake from McKenna, who tries to get back to dispossess Asula, who holds him up, and he's into the penalty area and lays it off for Harmer, who couldn't control, but it's deflected for Sousa to drive wide from 22 yards, curled away. I think Turner had it covered, but suddenly Asula, who was barely in the game in the first half, is looking absolutely unplayable at the start of this second.
Yes, it's
Danilo heads, but the wrong way, only to Asula. He gives it away to Mangala. Somebody needs to get a foot on it. Aurier does that and then finds Johnson, and Johnson squirts away from a challenge and feeds it through to Awoniyi. He's offside. He finishes, but the flag goes up. He's clearly offside.
Yes, he's off.
I'll be amazed.
Super finish though.
They'll obviously have a look at this. It was a lovely dinked finish from Awoniyi. They will have a look, of course, to make sure, but he looked miles off to me, and he was.
Yeah, he's miles off.
Here's the corner in towards that near post. It's flicked on by Aurier, and Bolly with a touch, saved by the goalkeeper.
Oh, it's unfortunate. It just got a little bit under the feet of Bolly. Couldn't quite get full connection on it. Slight little touch at that near post area. Terrific ball in.
And Sheffield United have got it again, and Norwood curls one forward, and Worrell and McKenna have got in each other's way, and here's Benny Traore through. Good save, Turner diving away to his right. Worrell headed it into McKenna, and Traore got free, and he chose to shoot across the body of Turner, and Turner put out a long right arm and saved one-handed.
Terrible communication from McKenna and Worrell.
The furthest back for Forest, and he's 15 yards inside the Sheffield United half. Now Alanga, left wing, takes on Osborne, gets past him, dinks over the cross, and Larousse heads away. Nobody really attacking the ball, but here's Johnson keeping it in play. Right wing, low ball in this time, he's headed away near post. Comes out for Danilo. Rain teeming down at the City Ground now as Worrell finds a ball to Aurier right side. Aurier with the cross. Wood with it! 2-1!
Woody boy!
Wood with a glancing header on the near post! And Forest pressure pays off! Chris Wood off the bench just a couple of minutes ago. Heads in Serge Aurier's cross. And Forest leads Sheffield United by 2-1. The goal coming at the start of the 90th minute. Forest 2, Sheffield United 1. Chris Wood gets the goal. And if Forest can stay firm through added time, it'll be the goal that gives them all 3 points. Lovely ball in from Serge Aurier, and a glancing deft header inside the far post from Chris Wood. It's 2-1.
Well, the Sheffield United bench are calling for a VAR to intervene. They're asking, saying that there was a foul, but there's no foul there, Woods. It's just, look, the player slipped. It's a clear, there's no way that's going to be affected. It cannot be.